Dobro Jutro, Divine Pisces 222. It is Wednesday, November 7th, 2019. Do an energy check-in for the Twin Flames today. Feeling kind of floaty today, guys. Just neither one thing or the other today. It's really weird. Alright, so first card out today is water. Yeah, so I guess that would explain it. Feel like a lot of Divine Feminines are kind of in this, like, wishy-washy kind of space. Trying to focus a little bit more on herself, on her mission, and her purging, okay? Because I do feel, again, like I said yesterday, a lot of stuff is bubbling up to the surface that needs to be released and dealt with, right? So I do feel that Divine Feminine is kind of tapped into this and is doing so for her highest good. She may have disconnected from the connection for a little while here to focus on this, okay? I do feel that there's some shadow aspects absolutely being shown to her right now. A lot of insecurities, definitely. But really trying to tap into that intuition to help lead her into what she needs to do next. Divine Masculine's still in this energy too. Like, definitely a lot of emotions. A lot of emotions today, guys. Which doesn't really surprise me at all. We are in Scorpio season, so a lot of negativity and doubt and fear and stuff like that is being brought to the surface. A lot of resentment, and of course the ending of cycles. So all of these things, you know, would definitely trigger an emotional response. So that doesn't really surprise me at all. But yeah, I mean, there's still this feeling of insecurity, absolutely. Absolutely. Almost feeling like there's some twins out there that are feeling like it's not worth it. There's that doubt coming in again. That doubt and that feeling of worthlessness, of things that have happened to them. You know, it's all part of the purging, you know, all these things that come to the surface. It makes you doubt yourself, absolutely. But the whole point of it coming to the surface is to face it. Okay, and to contradict it, because you know it's not true. It's all an illusion. So this, I feel, is for both twins right now. Divine Masculine more so, it's like he feels like everything in his life is just not worth it. And that's a really hard energy right there. Divine Feminine, you may actually be feeling this and thinking it's you. But absolutely still a lot of anxiety, absolutely. A lot of anxiety over the connection itself today, actually. I do feel both twins are actually very focused on the connection. There's a lot of sexual energy coming through, which, you know, is no surprise. But yeah, I do feel a lot of twins have, in essence, put up their boundaries. Which is okay. I mean, you want to have healthy boundaries, right? Just make sure that you're putting up boundaries, you know, and it's not ego-driven. Does that make sense? You're not putting up boundaries because your twin has put up boundaries. You're putting up boundaries because it's for your highest good, and you need to right now. And it's for the good of the connection. Not out of resentment, not out of, what's the word I'm looking for? Wow, that just kind of left my brain. I hate when that happens. But anyway, so not doing it because they're doing it, you know. But I do feel, yeah, both twins very triggered right now. Both twins very triggered. I want to work on that sacral chakra, because I do feel some of that insecurity and doubt and things like that are bleeding into mission for Divine Feminine. So I might want to clear that out, make sure that's nice and balanced. Okay. So I do feel, believe it or not, there is balance coming to these connections. All of this stuff that's coming up, all of these shadow aspects, all of this fear, the triggers and everything like that, it's pushing the connection forward, okay? It's pushing the connection into harmony. where it hasn't been before. I know a lot of twins experience the hot and cold, the back and forth, the runner chaser, whatever you want to call it, touch and go, right? So what's happening is the universe is trying to come in and balance each twin out so that this doesn't happen anymore. Okay, so that they are in union within themselves and therefore can find union together. Okay, which of course is the divine purpose here of these connections, to bring forth, the lessons for humanity, so to speak. Okay. So I do feel, again, the divine's trying to step in here and trying to guide this forward, okay? So that each flame is burning bright the way that it should be. But each twin right now is definitely in hermit mode. I feel both twins are in hermit mode right now. So probably a lot of silence with your counterpart. Maybe even in the 5D, and I know I've discussed this before. Sometimes it's like they pull so far back that you can't feel them at all. But yet, you still get the messages and stuff like that, which is really interesting. So yeah, I do feel a lot of them have disconnected. A lot of divine masculines have disconnected from their karmic situation, right? And there's a lot going on behind the scenes that you don't see, divine feminine. And I feel like a lot of this is what's leading to some divine feminine's insecurities. Okay? They're focusing too much on the 3D illusion. Focusing way too much on the 3D illusion and the karmic situation of their counterparts. And guys, you can't do that, okay? Focus on yourself. Hermit mode is there for a reason. Okay? It's to focus on yourself and to get your stuff together. Okay? Stop worrying about your divine masculine. He'll be fine. He's got to figure it out. And they will. They'll figure it out eventually. And if they don't, there's always the next lifetime. And you get to learn the lessons all over again. Yes. So divine masculine, yeah. Lots and lots of feels today for divine masculine. Probably not expecting this, probably not wanting to deal with this, absolutely not. So that would explain the hermit mode. Divine masculines, most masculines, they don't deal with feelings very well. They don't like to show their feelings. And so what they do is they repress it, right? And they put on that lovely happy face until they can't do it anymore. And then it just all comes flooding out, right? And it feels, believe it or not, divine masculine, they know what they need to do. They're just really afraid to do it for some reason. It's like they don't want to acknowledge anything. They don't want to acknowledge any wrongdoings. They don't want to acknowledge anything at all. But here, this is interesting to me here. It's almost like divine masculine, even though he doesn't want to acknowledge anything, it's like he still wants to come forward and offer something. So some of you may be receiving a gift, a peace offering, an apology, possibly. Maybe not. So that's interesting. So yeah. But I do feel a lot of them are standing more and more in their truth, believe it or not. They're trying not to acknowledge it outwardly, but inwardly they know the truth. And that's actually a really important step, because for a long time, divine masculine was denying the truth to himself. No more. No, he knows the truth. He just doesn't know what to do about it. And it's definitely affecting. You see the throat chakra here with the lotus. Definitely would recommend a throat chakra hit, guys. Throat chakra, sacral chakra, third eye. Absolutely. Okay, but they are seeing the truth within themselves. They're getting these downloads and everything like that. They're getting dreams, they're getting messages, they're getting signs. And again, a lot of them are just thinking that they're crazy, but, deep inside they know that this is the truth because nothing else makes sense. Nothing else makes sense. It's the only thing that makes sense, right? And so, a lot of them with this financial codependence and the cycles and everything that they've been in for this really extended period of time, it's all crashing down around them. It's crashing down around them. They don't know what to do. Everything's spinning out of control, so what do? They go within, right? They're trying to escape. They're trying to disconnect from what's happening instead of facing it, instead of purging the way that they should, instead of dealing with the karma that they've brought upon themselves. Let's be honest. We all bring karma upon ourselves, right? And Divine Feminine knows this. Divine Feminine deals with her own karma, okay? So it's not just Divine Masculine that has karma, all right? But they're really afraid to deal with it. They don't want to face themselves. They don't want to. They want to, but they don't want to, but the universe is saying, well, sorry about your luck, but you're going to have to face this eventually, so I'm just going to put this in your lap and see how you deal with it, right? Divine Feminine's doing it. Divine Feminine's doing her thing. What's wrong with you, right? So it's like the universe definitely coming in and trying to even the score, so to speak. Not that anybody's keeping score, but you know what I mean. So, like, helping Divine Masculine change his perception of situations that he's in. Helping him to see the light, to see the truth, right? And to face his shadow self, which is absolutely terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. But you know what? It's necessary. It's necessary. So yeah, a lot of Divine Masculines wearing masks right now. Absolutely. Wearing masks, hiding the truth from those around them and from Divine Feminine. Or at least trying to hide the truth. Let's be honest, they know they can't. They know they can't. Right? But I would say, it looks like a lot of them, despite all of this self-denial, despite the denial outwardly, they know the truth. A lot of them are, again, researching, doing their homework, so to speak, on these connections, possibly watching tarot readings. I know a lot of Divine Masculines actually watch my channel, so I know that's a thing. Okay? So what this is doing, though, is it's helping them to change their perspective. It's helping them to embrace their spiritual side. Okay? Which is something that Divine Masculine has had trouble doing before. That third eye is definitely opening up for Divine Masculines. They're learning to trust their intuition more. Even though they're not showing it, they're trying to trust that a little bit more. And it's leading them further and further and further along. So, believe it or not, progress is being made with Divine Masculine. Okay, so just keep the faith. Alright, let's take a look at Divine Feminine. Oh, well, imagine that. Yeah, so connection very strong with the twins today. Both twins. Both twins are feeling this today, probably feeling the pull, probably feeling that lovely sexual energy coming in today. I am getting, of course, a lot of these situations do have a wedge or a third party here that needs to be dealt with, okay? And that's part of the cycles that are being ended. But look at this. See okay, so you got the snake down here and you've got the apple, right? Adam and Eve, right? And then, of course, you've got the twin flames up here. So this is interesting because it's like the twin flames aren't even paying attention to the karmic situation here at all. In the karmic situations, moving up, trying to eat this little apple that's in between them, right? Which could be represented as the cord. All right, so it's like a third party that's trying to come in and disrupt this connection, which we all know, a third party doesn't have to be a person, but it could be. It could be a person, it could be drugs, it could be a job, whatever. So it's like the neither one of the twin flames right now is paying attention to the karmic situation. They're focused on the connection, okay? Now, this can be a good thing, trying to focus on healing the connection, trying to focus on building the connection, right, and helping each other ascend. However, you still need to deal with what you need to deal with, okay? This cannot be ignored forever, okay? Otherwise, forward movement's not going to happen, okay? So Divine Feminine, you definitely need to acknowledge your role in these karmic situations, okay? Your karmic situation, I know a lot of twins like to play the victim card. You're not a victim. You got yourself into a situation, okay? Accept responsibility. Accept your role in your karmic situation. Now, once you accept that, what do you do about it? What do you do about it, okay? So don't sit there and play the victim card, okay? Yes, a lot of people have been drinking out of your cup, absolutely. But you've been letting them drink out of your cup. Why? Do you think it's going to bring you satisfaction for other people to take from you without you getting equal in return? No, absolutely not. It's just going to make people think that they can treat you like that, right? They're going to think that you are overflowing and that you never run out. And then when you do run out, people are like, what's wrong with you? Right? So stop playing the victim card, guys. And I do feel a lot of Divine Feminines are making headway here. A lot of Divine Feminines have been really working on themselves, really working on their perception of things, right? Which is helping them move forward. And it's like you're getting success. You're getting little bit by little bit by little bit. Now, some Divine Feminines are very impatient with themselves because they feel like they haven't made enough success. But you need to be patient with yourself. This is a process, okay? You learn as you go, all right? The most important thing here is that you're standing in your truth. Okay, as long as you're standing in your truth, as long as you're standing in integrity, you'll be fine. Anything that comes your way, you will be able to face, okay? Because Spirit has your back. Spirit has your back. All right, so be fearless. Speak your truth. Live your truth. Own your truth. Okay? Reap what you've sown. And you're going to reap a great harvest, guys. Divine Feminine has been really putting in the work. A lot of Divine Feminines are really just going full speed ahead right now. But they're impatient because they're expecting results now. Now, a lot of you have been waiting for results and you feel like they're not coming. It's because you're focusing on the wrong results. Like you planted this field over here of wheat, but it's like you're waiting for the lemons to grow. Focus on the wheat. Okay? It's like they'll plant the seeds, for healing and stuff like that, and then they kind of go off and focus on the connection instead. And stop focusing on the connection. Focus on what you're sowing. And nurture that. Okay? Nurture your mission. Nurture your purpose, right? Because that's the whole point. That's the whole point of the journey. And yeah, we're going to fall. But you know what? We'll be able to climb back up, get right back on top. And a lot of us are working towards this abundance here. And look, of course, there's Jupiter here, Divine Masculine, okay? Which is where abundance is. That's not an accident. That's not a coincidence, okay? But everything starts with truth. Everything starts with truth, okay? So make sure you're standing in it, all right? You lead. Shine your light. Move forward without fear. You're guiding the boat. You got this. You got this. You know you got this. All right? So just stand tall, do your thing, speak your truth, and don't be afraid to make those hard decisions. Don't blind yourself to the decisions that need to be made, specifically with your karmic situation. Hermit mode is fine, but don't hide. You can't hide. You can't hide and expect everything to be okay. You have to do the work. Okay? Goes for Divine Masculine, too. All right, let's get some messages from the counterparts I went ahead and pulled, so here we go. It's a long one. Remember, this can also be something you want to say to your counterpart. It can go both ways. Okay. All right, let's get some messages and advice from Source. These cards are a pain in the butt to shuffle, I'm not gonna lie. But I want to be gentle with them because, they're pretty. Oh. There we go. There we go. Yes. Some of you will be getting answers very, very soon if you haven't received them already. Now, this may be from your counterpart, but it may actually be from source as well. You may be feeling stuck in your mission, stuck in your journey, but conclusions are definitely coming. Cycles are ending, okay? And those of you who have been kind of apprehensive about your mission, okay, yes, you need to be practical about it, absolutely. Okay, but don't let fear and doubt hold you back. Okay, don't make excuses. Don't make excuses to hold yourself back. Okay, yeah, emotions are running high. Very emotional day today. Very emotional day. So just make sure you're keeping that in check. Okay, it will pass. Just balance yourself out. And a lot of you are going to see endings in your karmic situations. Okay, there will be resolutions one way or another. Okay, so just open yourself up to that. All right. And some of you, again, have been watching and waiting for things to end. Nothing's going to come of that if you just sit there and wait. You cannot wait. You must move forward. You must always be moving forward. Don't keep yourself stuck in the dark. Okay? All right? Remember, you control your destiny. Okay? Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me. If this has resonated, please like, share, subscribe, and I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.